The ground trembles beneath your feet. At first, you ignore it. You've felt earthquakes before. Everyone here has. The cups rattle. A dog starts barking. Someone laughs nervously. Then the sky explodes. You turn toward Mount Vesuvius and watch it tear itself open. A black column of ash punches into the sky, rising higher and higher, swallowing the sun. The mountain you've lived beside your entire life is no longer quiet. It's awake, and you are standing directly beneath it. You live in Pompeii, a prosperous Roman city near the Bay of Naples. Markets crowded, bakeries warm, streets alive with trade and gossip. This morning, it was normal. By tonight, it will not exist. At first, the ash falls softly, like gray snow. You brush it from your shoulders. Others do the same. Some people hurry home to collect valuables. Some pray. Some freeze in the street, staring upward, waiting for someone to explain what is happening. No one can. The sky darkens. Pumice stones begin to rain down, heavier and heavier. They strike rooftops. They shatter tiles. The streets begin to fill. Every breath tastes like sulfur and dust. You pull fabric over your mouth. It doesn't help. Hours pass. Roofs collapse under the weight of ash. Screams echo through alleyways. The city you know becomes unrecognizable. Landmarks disappear behind a curtain of falling stone. Still, some people stay, because leaving means abandoning everything, and because no one truly believes this is the end. Then, the real horror arrives. A sound like thunder rolls down the mountain. Not above you, toward you. A superheated cloud of gas and ash, invisible in the darkness, races down the slopes of Vesuvius faster than a human can run. It is not lava. It is worse. It is a moving wall of heat hot enough to kill instantly. You try to run. Your lungs burn. The air itself turns against you. In seconds, the temperature surges. Muscles seize, breath vanishes. The world becomes black and fire and suffocating ash. You do not get a final speech. You do not get a heroic escape. You collapse where you stand. And then, silence. By morning, Pompeii is buried beneath meters of volcanic debris. Homes sealed, streets erased, families frozen mid-movement, bread still inside ovens, coins still in purses. Above it all, the mountain is quiet again. The Roman Empire continues. Emperors rise. Armies march. Trade flows across continents. No one rebuilds your city. No one comes looking. Within decades, Pompeii fades from memory. Within centuries, it is gone from maps. Grass grows over hardened ash. The world forgets that thousands of people died here in a single afternoon. History moves on. Without you. Nearly 1,700 years later, workers digging near Vesuvius strike stone. Walls emerge. Paintings. Entire rooms perfectly preserved. And then they find something else. Hollow spaces in the ash. When plaster is poured into those spaces, your final moments reappear. A figure shielding a child. A man reaching forward. A dog frozen in panic. You were not reduced to bones and dust. You were captured, paused in time. Pompeii becomes a snapshot of ordinary life interrupted. Graffiti still scratches jokes into walls. Amphorae still sit in kitchens. Footprints remain pressed into hardened ground. Not a slow decline, not a long war. One day. That's all it took. This is what makes Pompeii different from every fallen empire. Rome collapsed over centuries. Cities decay over generations. But you lost everything between sunrise and nightfall. You had plans that morning. Conversations unfinished. Bread in the oven. Maybe debts to pay. Maybe dreams of tomorrow. Tomorrow never arrived. Today, tourists walk those same streets. They stare at the plaster casts. They take photos beneath the shadow of Vesuvius. They call it history, but it doesn't feel distant, because the mountain is still there, still active, still watching. And if you had been standing in Pompeii that day, breathing that ash, hearing that roar, feeling that heat, you wouldn't have survived a single hour. And for nearly 2,000 years after, the world would move on, as if you had never existed.